As part of your Marketplace Insight subscription, we have created some automated reports that will update and email you on a schedule. We've created a series of brief explainer videos to help you understand the reports that you'll be receiving, how to interpret them, and how to use them. This particular report is a competitive landscape and market overview that you will receive once per month on the 2nd of each month. You'll see I've blurred out brand names for the purposes of this video, but you will see your brand here and each product category that you compete in when you receive your report. The bar here shows year-to-date values, and the line here shows previous year-to-date. So we're asking the question, how are we doing year-to-date and year-over-year? So we can see for this particular brand, sales are down 9%, driven mostly by units and somewhat by price. Okay, then we can see we've got two layers of benchmarks here to provide context around the numbers. Your most similar competitors are those who are the most like you in terms of prices, units sold, or dollars transacted. Okay, this allows us to compare more apples to apples rather than getting the largest manufacturers and the smallest manufacturers, because that's often not a fair comparison. To get the numbers of the whole industry from the largest to the smallest, that's contained here in the entire industry. So as we scroll down, we can see who each of the most similar competitors would be. Again, I've blurred them out for this video, but we can see very quickly who's down, who's up, and by how much. We can also see market share over here. Market share is simply a calculation that takes the percent of total sales on GunBroker in the year for a given product category, in this case semi-auto pistols. So we can see this manufacturer has 20% of the pistol share and on down the list. Okay, this allows us to see who's stealing customers from other brands in the industry and who's growing, and helps us know who should we be paying attention to in terms of products and marketing, and try to determine what they're doing that's driving their success. Lastly, as we come down here to the bottom, we can see our cumulative unit chart. What this does is this shows us how we are doing through the year and the trajectory that we're on versus prior years. So we start at the beginning of the year with 0 units sold, and we add the units sold each day through the year. So in this case, we can see that 2017, which was in orange, was pretty much in lockstep with 2016 for most of the year and was well above 2015's numbers. But then towards the middle to end of Q3, the trajectory here was not quite as strong as what was occurring at the end of 2016, which was likely fueled by the election fervor. So this gives us a sense here of where we're likely to end the year versus prior years. And as the year progresses, we can see where we're at and if we need to introduce some course corrections. Then once you've made those course corrections, we can check the numbers to see if they're having an impact and we've put us on a new trajectory. So together, it allows us to see not only how are we doing, but how is the industry doing, how are specific competitors doing, both in terms of growth year over year as well as share, and then how are we doing in terms of our units being sold versus prior years, and where's our trajectory. I'm Ryan Noakes. I run Marketplace Insight, and I'm always here to help. As you get these reports, and if you have questions, I'm always happy to answer them or run things down for you. Please feel free to reach out. Thanks.